Hello, everybody. Oh, how's your parrot going? Ah, lovely. Hey, oh, my name's Chris Quinlan. Welcome to Melbourne Musos Face Chook Le Live. Oh, still with a bit of a French flavour. Now, what I'd like to talk about tonight is a little thing about resolution points and also getting beats from nature. And there you have it. I'd like to talk, keeping the French flavour into the shows. Although by the time it hits Channel 31, it'd be the Olympics will be over. But still, we've still got a couple of days to go here doing it live. And what happens is that I'd also like to talk about a French composer by the name of Olivier Messiaen. Now, before I get into that business, I have a little thing I'd like to talk about called resolution points. Seeing it is some kind of drum lesson tip kind of show sometime. Anyway, now what a resolution point is when you're doing your typical numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, welcome to Dancing with the Stars. Tonight is the tango. We'll be back in a minute. And now what happens? When you're doing a resolution point, it doesn't necessarily need to be polyrhythmic or even polymetric. It means different parts of your body here, two arms, 2 legs, hopefully a brain in the middle, come together. So if I've got a hi-hat doing that, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, what can happen is the resolution point could be the right hand and the left foot. Do you see it? There you go. So 1, 2. Now what I'm doing actually, I got ahead of myself. What I'm doing actually, keeping everything on the right hand. Okay, so right, left, right, left, right, left. Triplets. Semiquavers. Now 5. I could go right, left, left. Oh! 6, 7. Could be right, left, left. And then 8. Could be that, you see. Or it could be double stroke. You see? And I got up to 30-second notes, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I was to go 9, I could do triplets inside the triplet. So I could go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. So it goes, and everything's going to that. That's a resolution point. Then what happens then is that when you have that kind of a tempo, it depends on what you have, you see. And fast or slow, whatever it might be. And then you have notes inside notes, you see. So what happens, if I wanted to do 10, I could go, there's my 5, times 2. It's easy, it's times tables. It's all in the doing. So if I stick to right, left, left. Here it is. Okay. Or if I could just do a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double it. There you go. one of the things about these kinds of resolution points is that on last week's show I was being very French. What are you then? I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly kid? Hey, I did that last week. So I'm going to keep on going a little bit, but doing things like Birdsong. And the reason I thought about this is through the week, I'm a shift worker. I start teaching when the poppets come home from school. So I usually start at around about 4 o'clock and go through till about, 9 into sometimes on to 10, depending on who I'm teaching. And I do that 4 nights a week, and then the rest of the... Tonight I do this, and then I edit, and then I need editing cordial, and then I start doing impromptu business, and there you have it. Oh, by the way, thank you for everybody who has sent me pictures of your pooches. Marley baby. Oh no, he's asleep, he's gone. Anyway, so what it is actually on tonight is the 9th of August, but next Wednesday, it's Pooches and Zen. Are puppy dogs, are dogs the art of Zen sort of thing. I sort of had that revelation. I'm meandering. What it is so I get woken up nearly all the time. A pair of pigeons have decided to make this house a home on the roof or next door's roof and all that. And for years I've been hearing, I used to call them the okay birds. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, over and over again. But what it is the other day, I don't know whether they've changed their tune, but it's do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. It was just this do-do-do. Oh, and I'm going, I've only had 4 hours. I might have thought all that sort of stuff. And I worked it out that for a while there, it was like 9-4, then 11-4. It was like do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. 8, 9, 10, 11, do-do-do, do-do-do. Oh, bloody hell, shut up. And that's what was going on. And then here's a parrot, right? There it is. There it is. And then when you play along to it, I mean, it's got that kind of da 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 dee up 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 up. So much so that Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull put out a solo album called "The Secret Language of Birds," and it is what's going on here, sort of thing. Now, what happens is when you're actually doing things like that, I'm now going to reference a wonderful French composer that I had here just before, and he's gone. But a chap by the name of, I'll do it until Google comes back, have a look at that. Olivier Messiaen, I'll put him up here. Now, he has a wonderful story. He was a French soldier. He got made a prisoner of war during World War II. And what happened with, he was already quite the substantial musician, and he wrote a piece of music for what instruments were in the Stalag. Oh, this business. Let's come back up again. Let's muck me up a little bit here. Hang on, Messiaen. There it is there, Messiaen. Oh, we've got him. There it is, come back. I don't know what happened there. It's my old iPhone 8. It's on its way out, I think. Anyway, so what's going on is that he did that, and he was also an ornithologist. The study of boids, I tell you, boids. And I'll read it. Olivier Eugene Prosper Charles Messiaen, 10th of December 1908 to the 27th of April 1992, was a French composer, organist, and ornithologist. What it tells you? One of the major composers of the 20th century. He was also an He was also an outstanding teacher of composition and musical analysis. Whoa! There you go. The Stalag I was talking about was Stalag 8A, where he composed his Quartet pour la fin de temps, quartet for the end of time, for the 4 instruments available, count them 4, piano, violin, cello, and clarinet. The piece was first performed by Messiaen and fellow prisoners for an audience of inmates and prison guards. There you go. How's that for the bloke? Soon after his release in 1941, of all places, Messiaen was appointed professor of harmony at the Paris Conservatoire. In 1966, he was appointed professor of composition there, and he held both positions until retiring in 1978. He had many distinguished pupils: Janus Xenakis, Georges Benjamin, Alex Goer, Pierre Boulez, Jacques Hetu, Tristan Mural, Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, Georges Gottag, and Yvonne Laurier, who became his second wife. Olivier. Anyway, there's another little thing that I wanted to talk about tonight too. Messiaen perceived colours when he heard certain musical chords, a phenomenon known as chromothesia. I have a bit of that. I try, when I'm teaching the poppets, I try and talk about the kind of mood the scales would give you, you know, the kind of sound the major scale gives you. I think yellow. When I'm thinking minor, it gets a little bit on the darker side. And even on impromptu the other week, just 10 days ago, I did the 6 hats, the different colours of the hats. Yellow being sunny, happy. Red being passionate. Black being negative. All that biz. 6 hats. Edward de Bono. Lateral thinking. Think outside the square. Moving right along. So that's Messiaen, and one of the things that he did was also, because of his ornithology, he did a lot of work. He found birdsong fascinating, notating bird songs worldwide and incorporating birdsong transcriptions into his music. So that's what it is. That's why I'm bringing it up. So if I do this... There's your resolution point. Now that's just live. I'll put it up here. Bring it a bit closer to home. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's Graham Kennedy when you need him? Crow called gra gra. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is that particular thing, because it's on a regular, you see, this is the thing, it's about birds. And the thing is, listen to that. Now, I've got that. 5, 6. Oh, I did that wrong. I'll do it again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Roughly 90. I could make that a little bit more. Hang on. See, it's 90. 3, 4, 5. Oh, now it's racing a bit. So it's between, they call it circa, around about. So I'm going to go 91, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, and oh, it's a bit off. 5, 6. Get up! Ah, what do you do in your spare time? 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Okay. See? 5s. Five, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see? That's what happens there. A, there you go. I better get a wriggle on here. A, now the next one here. Well, it is. I do call it face chook. Now, this one is. Out of that. Now that's 2 bars of 4/4 at roughly 114 beats per minute. So what it is Birdsong, you see. I'm going to continue with Mr. Messiaen. And what it is wonderful stuff. Now, when you're in a kind of a rut and all that, what I'm trying to do, I suppose, with this show is to give you different kinds of getting out of a rut. Find a tempo from a different place, you see. One of the things that I've been doing with my students over the last while, I've been doing it for all the while, but especially over the last year or so, is that when you're listening to what's coming out today, okay, when you're talking about the Taylor Swifts and the Lana Del Reys and the Dua Lipas and all that, all the lovely ladies is what I call them. They're brilliant, really. And there it is. However, what it is there's a kind of a style of laying a bed track. Oh, I'm beatboxing. And what it is, and what it is moving right along. And then you layer it up. And so when I do shows like I did the other week, that was on Wednesday night, like 120 years of music in 20 minutes, is that you go back to the 70s and you're talking about Led Zeppelin in a hot little room, or Deep Purple in the hotel in Montreux. You know, that kind of thing. And, you know, and they're doing Highway Star, and, you know, Ian Pace is next to the bathroom, and Richie Blackmore's around the corner with his amp with a blanket on it. All this stuff, and they're all live, and they go, you know, take 3, Richie. Ding, ding, ain't nobody gonna take my gun. Anyway, there you go. And you've got Machine Head. Bang! And then you do the guide, you know, there's guide vocals, and then... you do the proper vocals, Richie will do the lead guitarist, but really it's like, oh, take 3 was it, boys. There you go. Oh, that kind of thing. You know, rock and roll off of Led Zeppelin's 4th album, you know, recorded in literally 5 minutes. That kind of thing with a few overdubs later on or whatever it might be, you know, that kind of thing. Just bang, just happened. And it's one of their classics, it just is. And then you go back to the jazz days, and the band would turn up and they'd sit themselves in front of the one microphone, you know, and then go, okay, boys, bang, that's it. One take Charlie's, there it is. And there you go. But then These days you've got the layers. Now what happens is that when you're in a bit of a rut and you're working out what you want to do, get the spark from somewhere else. This show is being made because a bloody pigeon outside my window kept me up at about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's okay! For years. It's okay! It's okay! But it must be a new family. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Shut up. Do-do-do. Do you know any other tunes? Do you know Jesse's Girl, mate? Do-do-do, do-do-do. Bloody hell. He found Birdsong fascinating, notating birdsongs worldwide and incorporating birdsong transcriptions into his music. Messiaen's music is rhythmically complex, harmonically and melodically. He employed a system he called modes of limited transposition, which he abstracted from the systems of material his early compositions and improvisations generated. He wrote music for chamber ensembles and orchestra voice, solo organ and piano, and experimented with the use of novel electronic instruments developed in Europe during his lifetime. For a short period, he experimented with parametrization associated with total serialism, in which field he is often cited as an innovator. His innovative use of colour, his conception of the relationship between time and music, and his use of birdsong are among the features that make Messiaen's music distinctive. There you go. Two. This cucker made me show up. My name's Quinlan. This all started because of pigeons outside my window. And that's what we have. It's a bird song. Olivier Messiaen with the French. Everything has an intrinsic rhythm to it. You take a thing. You see, that's what happens there, you see. What happens if I did this? I did Holy Grail last week. I thought I'd get a little bit of life of Brian.